Hello and welcome back to The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. Last episode we ended off fighting Comrade C, and was getting my ass whooped. I got my ass whooped for about an hour and a half, but we're about to finish him off.
Time to shine.
I'll handle it. Okay.
Leave it to me.
Perhaps I underestimated you.
That was so hard.
There's no time to waste.
And I did weaken them. I went at it for 5, 6 times with on base level, but I had to weaken them. That was way too hard. Delay after space hearts reduced, delay reduced by around 50%. Pretty cool.
Success.
Great. All right.
So hard.
I did it.
Just the 2 ads on the sides were the
Most
hardest thing.
impressive.
He wasn't that
How do
bad.
you like
It was the
that?
sides.
Just paying back what we owe from the summer festival. Now hurry up and release the miners.
The miners are being held in the area above us. They've been bound, but their lives are in no danger.
Are you telling the truth?
That does match what the other guy said. Well then, with that cleared up, let's talk about you, shall we? I hope you're not thinking you're just gonna walk out of here after everything you've done.
I'm afraid that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Watch out! It's a feint!
Damn it!
Too late.
Goddess help us!
Just fucking
Don't
kills
freak
all
out.
of us.
It's just to disorient us.
Shit! Flash grenades!
Where did he go?
And he escaped.
He's gone.
How could we have dropped the ball like that? We had him right there.
Did he go to rejoin the others?
That doesn't add up. It feels like he headed downward somehow. But I can't even see the bottom of that shaft, so where...
What's that sound?
That's the airship we saw at Guerrilla Fortress. Looks like Reinford's high-speed RF-26 model.
So the Liberation Front has expensive taste in airships.
What is going on here?
It's the terrorists. Take aim and fire.
Yes, ma'am!
You have no right to open fire here. Men, stop them at once.
Yes, sir!
What do you think you're doing?
My, what a pathetic spectacle. And the Chancellor has sent his loyal lapdog to bark us up a tree too. Go on and scurry back to your master, Icy Maiden, and tell him this. Our preparations are complete. Next time we strike, he shall be the one in the crosshairs.
They're getting away!
Damn!
Farewell, for now. You failed, but at least you can say you tried. And to you students, the next time our paths cross, you...
Huh?
What was that?
It couldn't be.
Oh!
Everyone hit the deck!
Oh,
Holy shit.
what the hell?
What just happened? Did it self-destruct?
I can't see it. They don't seem the type for wanton self-sacrifice.
Did one of the RMP's bullets find its mark?
I don't know what caused it, but by the looks of that explosion, I'm guessing we won't find any survivors in the wreckage.
What is the meaning of this? Terrorists or not, that doesn't excuse shooting down their airship without even offering a chance to surrender.
Please, calm down. There's no evidence to suggest the explosion was caused by our gunfire. In fact, given the magnitude of the blast, I suspect that some sort of explosive was planted on the airship. Right now, let's prioritize rescuing the miners, then begin a full investigation into exactly what happened here.
You have the nerve to suggest...
We have written permission from His Majesty the Emperor himself. Or are you telling me you intend to ignore that and hound us every step of the way?
Ugh, don't get all full of yourself just because of one little sheet of paper. And who the hell are you meddling kids? Are you students? What business do you have on restricted property? Whatever excuse you have better be nothing short of brilliant, or you're in for a world of trouble.
Well, crap.
We're in the hot seat now. Are you kidding me?
Listen, you're misunderstanding something. They're here because I asked them to accompany me.
Angelica?
And who the hell are you? Lady Angelica?
Hey, it's Lady Angelica.
I heard she was back, but this isn't really the place you expect to meet a Marquis's daughter.
Ha! Long time no see, guys. Huh. I see a couple of faces I recognize under those fancy helmets. Maybe I should have tried the front entrance first, after all. It would have given me an easy chance to ask some of the pressing questions I've got about this whole affair. Like, you know, why you let terrorists have the run of the place while barring entry to law enforcement officials, maybe?
Uh-oh. This isn't looking good.
Remain calm! We were acting under the direct orders of the Marquis himself. He expressly commanded us not to let these insolent fools trespass in his territory.
Oh? Well, the Marquis must be quite the sly businessman. To acquire ownership of a mine I wasn't aware we were selling.
What?
I recognize that voice.
It's the
How
prince.
could he be?
Prince Olivert! Nice timing.
Crow! George!
Thank goodness you're all right.
Yeah, glad to see you guys are safe too. I heard things took a wild turn.
You can say that again. I sure wouldn't have guessed at this outcome anyway.
So that's the last of the terrorist airships accounted for, then?
All that we know of, at any rate. We'll need a more detailed examination of the wreckage to say for sure.
It's truly an honor to receive a visit from you, Your Highness.
That's enough out of you. We have more important matters to attend to right now. First, I feel it necessary to emphasize that I personally stand behind these students' course of action. I trust you have no objections?
None at all, Your Highness.
Oh, Your Highness.
We're saved!
Secondly, I'll be assuming command here as a representative of the Arner family, owners of this mine. And as my first directive, I demand that the Provincial Army depart at once. The Railway Military Police will remain on the scene under my command to assist with my investigation.
Yes, Your Highness.
Yes, Your Highness. You heard the Prince. We're moving out.
After all the peril, the situation was resolved with surprising speed. The Railway Military Police fulfilled their duties under the command of Prince Olivert. The remaining archaisms were disposed of, and the miners were rescued without significant injury. But the implications of what had just happened were profound, and the news was likely already beginning to spread. It was obvious that the Provincial Army had given their tacit approval to the terrorists' actions, and the terrorists had destroyed all evidence that the noble faction had been dumping iron onto the black market. But even lacking concrete evidence, their guilt seemed clear. and Prince Oliver declared he'd be conducting a thorough investigation with the full support of Chairman Irina.
Damn.
This must be it. No maker's trademark. No proprietary parts I could use to identify it. Not that I expected to find any. From all appearances, it seems to be a long-range anti-material sniper rifle.
I see. At least it wasn't a Reinford model.
That's correct. I suspect this is yet another of that workshop's products. Their handicrafts do seem to be in vogue these days, especially with the Red Constellation.
Indeed, but this is no laughing matter. And while I have you here, Miss Kruger, I've been hoping for the opportunity to have a little chat with you for quite some time now. Exactly how much involvement does your employer have in all of this?
Might I ask to which of them you're referring?
Let's go with both of them. My apologies. It seems we didn't clear this area as thoroughly as I thought.
Damn.
You have such splendid form, Lady Claire. It's an honor to see the famous Icy Maiden in action.
You're quite the sight yourself. I see now why they call you the Severing Chains.
It was nothing. But to answer your earlier question, Chairman Irina has no involvement whatsoever. That said, I'm certain she'll leverage the current goings-on to her advantage as much as she's able.
I'd expect no less.
As for the other, I expect they're simply playing around. At least for now.
Who is the other? That was the end of chapter 6.
Drinks are on me someday. Perfect!
Yes!
You guys are the best!
Making the grade. Achievement unlocked. Earn an S rank on any chapter. We did it. Class 7's bonds have strengthened. Let us save. And continue. Oh, and we got another achievement, Progressive Chaos.
In the following weeks, it was hard to tell how much the Empire's situation was shifting, but one thing was certain. Changes were happening. With the death of their ringleaders, the Imperial Liberation Front's campaign of terror was finally over. And in recognition of our actions in Ruhr and at Corellia Fortress, all of us in Class 7 were invited to Valflame Palace.
Hold on. 1 second. Alright.
There, we were granted the honor of an audience with His Majesty the Emperor, Eugene III, along with Empress Priscilla, the mother of Princess Alphen and Crown Prince Cedric. But no sooner had we been thanked than we came face to face with the leaders of the factions that divided the nation. The heads of the 4 great houses who rule their vast provinces with absolute authority, and the Chancellor and his close ally Governor Regnitz, who brought reforms to Heimdall and expanded the railways. Both sides were quick to offer us words of praise, but just as quickly turned to criticize each other's role in the crisis. Eventually, His Majesty was forced to step in and rebuke both sides, clearly disgusted by their behavior. As it stood, the terrorists' defeat made it difficult for their supposed supporters in the Noble faction to act openly, while Crossbell's push for independence was causing enough of a stir over there to keep the reformists busy. With both sides tied up, it looked like the Empire was in for a long overdue respite from its perpetual conflict. We'd finally gotten all the details for our concert performance worked out, and Elliot announced that we'd be doing 2 songs, a duet between Machias and Eustace, and a solo by Emma. To no one's surprise, all 3 of them were quick to raise objections, but after Crow and Elliot explained their choices and how their master plan would win over the audience, the rest of the class was totally on board, leaving our new vocalists to resign themselves to the inevitable. Unfortunately, with the good times came some sad news as well. It turned out that Marquis Ragnar was furious at Angelica for her part in what we did at the mine, and as a result, she was forced to leave the academy. Contrary to the official statement, her withdrawal was to be permanent. Before she left, she asked me if I'd look after the orbital bike for her. At first, I didn't want to. It felt like I'd be accepting that she'd be gone. But after thinking it over, I finally agreed.
Oh, nice. I have an orbital bike. Well, Reen does.
With so much going on, we decided to take Prince Olivert up on his proposal of a brief vacation north in Ymir. It proved to be quite an eventful trip, and it really drove home just how much we'd come to mean to each other. I'd tell you all about it, but we'd be here for hours. Maybe another time.
Is that the second game? That would be wild.
Anyway.
It's the next month. 10/21. Festival prep day 1.
Could I have your attention, please? It's another great day. Perfect weather to start bringing all your great festival ideas to life. Some of you have been preparing since last month, and some even longer. I know you're all itching to get started. So without further ado, I hereby declare the first day of festival preparation begun. Time to start setting up? We have today and tomorrow, but try not to leave any work until tomorrow night unless you really have to. All right, everyone, let's do this, and stay safe out there.
Right. Now we're going to see the world probably slowly change. Or the academy, at least, for the festival. Everyone in class, ready to get started. I want to thank you all for all the effort you put in over these last 2 weeks, everyone. Well, at least things are really coming together now. It's been an exhausting 2 weeks, though. You said it. I don't think I realized how much work this would involve. Is that Fee on the mic? And Millen? Elliot's a merciless taskmaster when it comes to music. It's like he unleashes the beast within. Sorry, I just really want this performance to be the best it can be. Don't worry about it. Given the short time we've had to prepare, I shudder to think what our band would sound like without your guidance. Yeah, I'm sure it'll sound great. Well, the songs are coming together quite nicely, I admit. We aren't seriously going to do that, are we? Come on, give it up already. Emma's song is really sounding great. Agreed, I'm sure you'll be quite the sight on stage once you're in your outfit. The boys will all be under your spell. You guys, that's not the kind of pressure I need right now. I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised at Machias and Eustace. Who knew they'd work so perfectly together? And to think at the outset, I doubt they had it in them to actually cooperate. Yep, and now look at them, crooning together in perfect harmony. But that's the worst part. Speak for yourself, I've never felt so humiliated in my life. Sounds like you're all having such a gosh darn good time. I almost hate to interrupt. It's Sarah. Yep. Just wanted to let you know that the principal's given you permission to use the old schoolhouse. You're all free to use it for rehearsal or whatever you need all the way through the end of tomorrow. Really? Whew, that's a weight off our shoulders. There's only so much of our performance we can practice in the music room's limited space. Yeah, and Class 1's been hogging the auditorium all to themselves. Well, considering they're performing an operetta, I'm not sure where else they could practice. The first floor of the old schoolhouse should be a fine makeshift auditorium as far as our practice needs to go. It's even got that stage area. What more could we ask for? Sounds like a great solution to me. Though every time I step through those doors, I'm always reminded of our first day of school. The first of many deceptions by a certain instructor. I'm afraid the statute of limitations has expired on that one. You know, Little Bird told me the two people who might be in this room right now had a rather intimate experience that day. Yep. Ooh, tell me. Well, it's nothing worth mentioning. How do you find out about that anyway? Well, shall we get our separate ways for today then? Yeah, our costume should be coming in this evening, so I think we're fine spending the day helping with the setup and decorations. Might as well pitch in while we can. I'm guessing tomorrow's schedule just has rehearsal written in every blank. True, it only seems right to spend today helping out our club members. Guess we oughta. Were you planning on helping Tao with any last-minute student council stuff, Reen? Yeah, the student council's been totally swamped through these last few days, so I figured I'd lend them a hand. I was thinking of looking in on the old schoolhouse while I was out making the rounds too. That'd be helpful. Even though we'll just be using the first floor, we should make sure nothing is shifted around in there. If you're going to make a sweep of the place, just ring me on my art case. I'd be happy to tag along. Okay, thanks. Sounds like you got a lot on your plates. All I can say is, good luck. I'll probably be patrolling the campus, so just let me know if anything happens. I'll give you guys a call when the costumes come in. I really want us to at least try those on today, just to make sure they all fit. Oh, excuse me. If you wouldn't mind taking care of this stuff for me, I'd really appreciate it. No problem. Glad to help out. Nope. Mail mix-up? Our class received a package that clearly wasn't meant for us. We want to get it to whichever class ordered it, but we're too swamped with our preparations to ask around. Could someone please deliver this for us? We'll be outside Class 2's second-year classroom preparing for the festival. Please come see us if you can help. Bridget, Year 1, Class 2. We read the comments. We're doing a special feature here at Radio Trista on the Academy Festival, but we're running a little short on comments. Anyone want to collect the ones we need for me? For more specifics, come see me in the Radio Trista building. Michael, director at Radio Trista. Swept their minds. A number of students have yet to collect their permission slips to serve food and drinks at the festival. Given that it's imperative that everyone doing so has a slip, I need them delivered today. For more details, speak to me in the infirmary, Instructor Beatrix. I figured they'd probably all be related to the festival in some way. The shops in Trista do seem pretty keen on helping out though. That's nice of them. Yeah, they do every year. The radio station is even doing a little something for us too. Alright, I'll see what I can do to keep the ball rolling in town then. Great, that'd be a big help. Oh, but remember not to neglect your concert practice, okay? Crow's been telling me about it. It sounds like you guys are really pulling out all the stops. That's the idea, yeah. But we haven't started group rehearsals yet. Most of us have family coming in to watch though, so for better or worse, we're going to give it all we've got. By the way, do you think Angelica will be able to make it? Well... Sorry, I guess it's not looking too helpful, huh? I just don't know. I've tried calling the Marquis household, but they won't even let me talk to her. But still, this is Angie. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Don't worry, Angie would never break a promise. Besides, you guys are all here. Crow's here, George is here. I'm sure she'll be here too. That's why we need to make this festival a big success. I want Angie to forget the bad times for a little while and have fun. And I know your concert will be a part of that too. When you put it like that, I want to do whatever I can to make it a good time for her. Besides, as your follow-up act, we look bad if they weren't cheering just as loud for us. I can't wait to see what you guys have in store. Kawa. Sorry to butt in, but it looks like some of the materials we ordered are going to get here late. If we don't do something, it's going to throw a hitch into our preparations. Okay, I'll take another look at the schedule and see if we can rearrange things a bit. Sorry, Irene, but it looks like our duty calls. Good luck preparing for your art concert. Thanks. Well, no sense in just standing around here. We got a lot to do in less time than I would like to do it. Our outfits are going to show up this evening too. I'll have to try and get as much as I can finished up before then. Okay, let's get going. Alright. And with that, we're going to end the episode here. I'm going to do a quick save here. Alright, and we're going to end the episode here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.